That Seattle squad is going to be really dangerous.
Make some noise for the Seattle Surge!
Bomb goes down, Octane. Nice shots. He gets the second can. Octane doing the unthinkable. Octane, unbelievable shot. If he gets it with the knife. Can he get there in time? Can he get there in time? I think he got it. He got the kill. Are you kidding me?
Cristini will be coming to assist. He's not missing. Cristini, stop it! Trophy out as well. He may not even need it. The man is on a rampage.
They get a pair again. Now one up, it's Looney, who needs to be the hero yet again. 1v2. Nice shots on Arsenes. And what a play from Looney. He's letting the United know.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Oh, shit. Welcome back to your channel. And today's video is going to be a breakdown of the Seattle Surge 2021 starting roster that all you guys saw on Twitter. I think it was like 2 days ago by the time you guys are going to be seeing this video. I probably should have, like, you know, pre-fired this video a little bit and, like, made this before the actual announcement went live. But, you know, me being an idiot and, you know, not as smart as I should be in most situations, I didn't do that. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to go through each piece of the roster with you guys, you know, the reasoning behind why I think that they're valuable for the team, and then just go over some stuff that I mentioned on stream last night if you guys were there, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's jump in, shall we? So starting off hot, number one, we're going to start with Gunless. You know, Pierce has a reputation in the Call of Duty community for being a hothead or you know, blowing up teams or whatever it may be, but I think that's more so just his incredible amount of passion when it comes to Call of Duty and, you know, the way that he wants to play. And you know, I always value someone that is very outspoken about, you know, how they feel. It's a lot better than having someone on your team that really doesn't say anything or contribute anything to a conversation. So having Pierce, number one, he's disgusting. You know, obviously everyone knows that. When he's on, he's the best player in the game most of the time. So that's kind of self-explanatory there. There was a rumor before, it wasn't really a rumor, I did say it, that I didn't really want to play with Pierce because of, you know, his reputation and how he could potentially blow up a team and stuff like that. But as I'll get into later in the video, we've done some things to hopefully countermeasure that. We've built the roster in just a way that I think that it's going to be able to allow him to flow pretty quickly around the map and, you know, have his ideas facilitated in a way that will make us better instead of hurting us. So number one, Pierce, he's disgusting. If you guys saw on my stream last night, there was a clip that people were asking how I got Pierce on the team, and I literally just DM'd him. Here's that clip for you guys. Want a team and shit on everyone, please. That is what I said to Pierce, and he said, I'm down. He said, hopefully Hector is nice and lets me go. And then Hector proceeded to let him go. Then moving on to Danny, number two, Looney. You know, Danny, he and I have teamed on 2 different teams in the past, Envy and Rise, both of which Envy didn't really have that much success. That was my first ever pro team. Well, not really, but my first like pro team was Envy when I was a young, stupid, impressionable am. So I don't really count that, but we had some decent success. And then we played together on Rise and BO3 where we won 2 tournaments. Totino's champions, by the way, in case y'all forgot. So we played in BO3, had a lot of success there, got second at S1 playoffs in a potential reverse sweep situation, but that's neither here nor there. Feels bad, man. It still hurts. So he and I are back together. You know, I love teaming with Danny for his leadership qualities. He's a really, really good submachine gun player. And the thing that, you know, I mentioned before with Pierce is that Pierce and Danny have played together on Rise. They won 3 tournaments in World War II. And I think that Pierce called Danny his favorite teammate of all time. So I think that those two bounce off of each other very, very well. You know, I love teaming with Danny as well for the intangibles and the in-game leadership and stuff like that, and how he likes to facilitate ideas and move around the map and, you know, bring like a system and a play style to a team. That's really what I'm thinking about when Danny's on the team. And he and Pierce work really, really well together. You know, Pierce bounces off of him super well, and he can facilitate, you know, team discussions and stuff like that with Pierce in a way that would be more constructive rather than destructive. Wow, I really just bodied that. I'm a rapper. So that's why we have Danny on the team. He's a great submachine gun player, a great mind for Call of Duty, and he works super well with Pierce. And then the last piece of the team will be Pristini. A lot of question marks around Pristini. A lot of you guys, before our roster was announced, didn't know if he was going to be on the team, didn't know if it was going to be John or TJ, or whatever it may have been. But I'm actually really, really happy that Preston's on the team because, again, he and Pierce are really close. They've won tournaments together. They basically came up into the scene together on United in IW, so they've had a relationship for a really long time. Both Danny and Preston work really, really well with Pierce. So again, that at the beginning of the video where I mentioned that he could tend to be a hothead or be potentially destructive to a team, we have an entire system around this team, myself included, because I know how to take criticism. I know bitch. There's an entire system in place to allow the ideas of how to play the game and allow a system to be put in place to the point where, like, if something does happen or if personalities do clash, it's going to be resolved rather than internalized and potentially harm the team at all. So that was my philosophy going into it. Preston obviously has an insanely high ceiling. If you guys saw his stream the other night, he mentioned that he wanted to be more of like a slay heavy sub, and then Danny is going to take the role that Preston did before, which is kind of just running everywhere, taking the right routes and running everywhere. So hopefully Preston can come into his own this year. And the thing that I'm probably the most excited about with this roster that I don't think a lot of people really realize was that everyone on this team has a chip on their shoulder or something to prove, right? So Danny was benched at the beginning of last year. He really didn't get to play much at all. I think he played like 2 events or something like that for Toronto. Preston, he was benched on Florida. That was his own choosing, obviously. Then he went to Chicago. They had some success there. And then he was inevitably dropped because that was really the only move that they could have made. And then lastly, Pierce, he was benched by Chicago as well, super early on in the season just because they were having some internal issues with the team. So everyone on this team has either been dropped or benched last year, barring myself, obviously. And I think that they all have something to prove. Last season really didn't go too well. I mean, Preston, it wasn't horrible, but, last season wasn't up to any of our standards, I don't think. So coming into to Cold War, I think everyone has a chip on their shoulder for this roster, and I think that everyone's going to get on really, really hungry and want to grind and, show that, we're not ash. That's probably the best case scenario. So hopefully, if you guys weren't fans before, or if you're not too sure about the roster, then maybe we'll come out and prove some people wrong. I know there was a lot of really, really good feedback. A lot of people were excited to see Pierce and Danny teaming again. A lot of people were excited to see what Preston's ceiling could be now that he's not just like cannon fodder, Theon Greyjoy, like you're a good man, into the Night King type stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if Preston can bring back his old form. I know he used to be a kill whore when he was an amateur player because we played him at Champs in like BO3 or something like that when he was playing with Alec and I think it was like Matt or something like that. He used to be super gross before he came into this, sub role of dying. So we'll see what happens there. Pierce, again, gross. And then Danny just comes in as an overall leader to keep us all level-headed. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That was really just my philosophy behind the team. Once I said it on stream last night, but once everything is cemented in the league, once all the rosters are finalized and stuff like that, I could talk more about all the potential teams that we had. A lot of iterations and a lot of decisions were made throughout the offseason that a lot of people aren't going to know about. But again, once all the teams are done and I can start speaking about players and stuff like that, I'll make another video or I'll mention it in another video. I don't know if I'll make an entire one about it, but I want to talk about some stuff, just decisions and then potential rosters and stuff like that. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, well then I apologize. Also, you guys got really mad about the skill-based matchmaking video. I'm sorry, like dude, you guys, I think there's like 600 dislikes or something on that video. I'm so sorry. Listen, guys, it was meant to be a joke. The beginning of the video is what triggered everybody when I said people were, if you complain about it, you suck or something. It was entirely supposed to be a joke, and everyone took it so personally. So I understand. I'm sorry if you guys took the joke wrong. But if you guys don't know me by now, if you only watch my videos and stuff like that, I can't really convey my humor or level of sarcasm because I sound like a douche if you guys don't actually know me. I mean, or I am. That's neither here nor there. So again, if you guys were offended by the skill-based matchmaking video, I guess I'm sorry. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day.